Welcome to day 3 in the garden. We are in the sun. We're in the, what is this called? We are here. We are in this greenhouse together. So there you go, full exposure, full disclosure on my gardening abilities. Welcome to the greenhouse. It's raining today. And I just welcome you to day 3. I love the time that I've shared with you, honestly. No ums. It's changed me. And as my true goofy self comes forth, I love it. I want to give you a bit of a backstory behind the name that was chosen for this YouTube channel, because it will kind of preface for you today what you're going to hear. Abigail's song was born from 7 years of intense transformation for me. And in Hebrew, I've taken the Hebrew letters because to me they're magic. They're just pure magic. And Abigail means the Father's joy to behold original creation. Abigail's song represents the joy that was held, that we all held together. The joy when we beheld all of creation and all that it could be, the first breath line that left, and its joy. So the stories, the songs, the sounds that get woven through me in our times together are profound, and I feel them. Before I get online with you, I feel them. Sometimes quite intensely. And this is one of those times. So as you hear this song, as you hear this story, this weave, this transmission of the cosmos song over and through the grandmother womb, know this, that whatever you hear, I'm holding back quite a bit. But whatever you hear, ride this wave. Feel the geometry movement as I sing with this garden and with all creation. The power, the cosmic power of the grandmother's song, of the grandmother's prayer. Last night, I have a practice of really engaging the dream space before I go to bed. I have friends who are big dreamers. Haven't been a big dreamer, other than in my waking time. My nighttime dreams have seemed like, the pizza or the hamburger moment. But I've since learned that it is a powerful, powerful space. And my whole mission, desire in life is to bring the gold out of the dust of our lives, same as the original breath did. So last night, as I prepared to go into my sleep, into my dreams, and set my intention, I could feel this splitting, this expanding. So I got really excited, thinking, okay, wow, I'm going to go into this whole new experience of the dream. So I laid down and I was ready, right? I was ready. for my Zen moment. And the very first thing that came to me was the silence. The separation that I felt from my grandchild. My grandchild is 13 and doesn't really want to talk to me. Is struggling a bit right now. And we were once very, very close. So as a grandmother whose heart is full of nothing but powerful love towards this child, feels separated, isolated. I wanted to hug him. I wanted to be with him, help him, give him all this cosmic love and truth that I held for him. And I said, you know what? This isn't a dream. This is a nightmare. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel helpless. I don't want to feel separated and isolated from that which I love the most. But I trusted what I was told when I laid down, and that was, there's gold here. Is that not what we're doing? Are we not harvesting the gold in everything? So I said, thank you. Thank you for the loneliness. Thank you for the silence. Thank you for the separation. Thank you for the ache and the hurt in my heart and the distance. Thank you. And then I cried out, well, how am I supposed to love him? And it's that moment where I heard, now you're asking the right question. And that hope started to rise in me that I recognize and I know. So I got up and I cried. And I said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this silence, separation, this isolation, this space. And then it hit me that that space was my moment. That which asked me to step beyond anything I've ever known and into a dimension of love that was not connected to my earthly relationship, was quite actually 1,000 times more powerful than my limited expression that I had. However, the only way for the transmutation of that sorrow, isolation, loneliness, longing to affect the transmutation process beginning was for me to fully embrace it, fully say thank you. Because you know what? You're asking me to love my grandchild through the power of the resurrection. You're asking me to love my grandchild through the transmutation of my own sorrow, my own pain, through the power of thanksgiving and taking in all of that pain. And your back bends. Your back bends. Third day. 3. 1 holds the full potential. 2 is the dance of opposites. 3 is what's birthed from the dance of opposites. Here I woke up thinking I was going to have a dream that would lead me and guide me into this knowingness. And I did. But beyond that, my prayer did not start for my grandchild from the low frequency vibration of my loss, my separation, my longing, my hurt. Instead, I owned those feelings. I welcomed those feelings back home. I allowed those feelings to be loved within myself because it was what I was going through. First, I prepared a womb. The transmutation process is the troubling of the waters. It's the troubling, right? Your ground starts to shake and truth begins to rise. And you're like, I don't like that, but I love it. I love it. To its transmutation. So, if that's even a word, I will switch it into that which becomes a life-giving substance. Why? Because I am loved. My vessel is loved first and foremost. The womb in which I will carry the prayer is first created. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Right? I was all over the place with these emotions, but as my back was bent in sorrow, this hope started taking over. And I could taste an essence in the pain. Like, doesn't this taste good? Doesn't this silence taste good? It's like this secret, this magic, this mystery began to rise and start to speak to me. And this brand new, come on, brand new space began to open. And I breathed, and that bent back, that bowed back, hear me. The third day, resurrection is not just going up. Resurrection, as Christ tried to teach us, you go up. You grab hold of that which is the original breath. You come back down into your reality and you say, and that sorrow and that pain and those tears, the cosmos begins to read it because the alchemy, the transmutation is literally happening in you. And that bowed back, that chose to rise through the pain, right? And curve. Oh man, that's a lot of sorrow. That's a lot of pain. And you chose to reach for that hope and that love that you couldn't understand, that you never saw, was beyond you. And you let that love come crashing down straight into your atmosphere. Then you breathe in again. Pretty soon, that story from the original breath, love, begins to rewrite your feelings. And that backbone begins to straighten. And when it does, that old curve can't contain it anymore. It doesn't have the titanium strength, so it cracks open. And your back begins to straighten. And as it does, that spine releases an energy that becomes wings. Cosmic flow. Resurrection happens in the most sorrowful moment. Now stay with me. Now the grandmother has created a womb. Her wings, she can now fly. And so she takes that which she's put in this womb and she flies higher and higher and higher. And the dimensions begin to crack open this truth until wisdom says, hey. She grabs hold of her battle axe, her electric guitar of the universal expression of the one chord. She looks you dead in the eye and she strikes the original chord of your grandchild. And all creation goes boom with the sound. And you, grandmother, because it's your legacy, it's your breath line, you grab a hold of it like this, and this electric chord of the original sound of your grandchild echoes through you. And it takes those waters and it rewrites your thought story, your heart story into alignment with their original story. Then you create this womb called prayer. Then you start to release the prayer. Then you declare with the cosmos, with the angels, in alignment with the truth, and you release that sphere over your grandchild. And it begins to trouble their waters, but what it calls forth is perfection of their original sound. So what they hear, feel, is their guiding North Star. And it all came from your prayer. As I rest here, I'm in awe. Grandmother, you are the grand mother, and so is the Shekinah glory of God. The grandmother is here to split the backbone of lies and transmute the story held in your generations. And you're going to breathe with that. And you're going to rise up just like that dragonfly and split that back. And those cosmic wings are going to unfold. Your prayers are no longer going to come from a limited space of hurt. You're first going to love yourself. You're first going to transmute your own feelings and be thankful for them and love them and honor them and reach higher and higher until you've created a womb of such expansive truth. Then you magically weave that together with all creation's prayer and you release it over your grandchild. It's eternal. And you never let it go. It becomes your heart song in constant flow over their lives of this truth. Nothing can take from you. As a matter of fact, our separation could be asking us for the miracle that we truly are. I believe as grandmothers, we need to start stepping into this cosmic prayer and learning about it more and more. I know that I am. And as we move forward on this platform, I see us meeting together, grandmothers, maybe on Zoom, and holding this expansive cosmic prayer over our grandchildren. It has nothing to do with your physical relationship. It has everything to do with the grandmother of all creation saying, you are now blessed to know the original chord struck over that child. You now can carry that truth and place it over their lives and watch their waters resurrect. I love you. I love you. Be blessed. One grandmother to another.